So welcome everyone. My name is Menno. I'm an impact innovator. I will be sharing a story about innovation connected to sustainability. And as you can see in the title, it's about how to save this planet. And that's a strong word, right? I always feel a little bit uncomfortable when I'm having to give a presentation about how to save the planet. I'm no Superman, I'm no Supermano. It sounds more like an activist like Greta Thunberg. And just when I was preparing this presentation, I saw her video. I don't know if you've seen it, a presentation she gave 2 days ago about how the world leaders, what they achieved the last 30 years on climate action. And her presentation was like 90% blah, 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 sustainability, blah, 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 blah. And then I thought, okay, Menno, I must not fall in that pitfall, because let's share a story about real stories, about companies who really are working on sustainability. So I shifted my presentation a little bit, and I will share 3 stories with you about sustainability. No blah blah. In all my years, I've been working on innovation, business development, and impact. There's one mantra. You might have known this sentence. Latest one on saving the planet. If you have 1 hour to solve a problem, what would you do? 1 hour just to save the planet. Who would freeze? Raise your hand. Who would freeze? 1 hour to save the planet. Ah, okay, that's honest. People do that, right? The human brain works like that. Anxiety, freeze. Who would dive into solutions? Here, raise your hands. Yeah, 1 hour you have to, yeah. But this is the mantra I learned from innovation. Take your time to really understand the problem, what its dynamics are, how does it work. And then, if you really understand that, then it's easy to solve. And this you can also put on saving the planet. What is the biggest problem? Maybe it's pollution. You can see it here in this visual, right? Strong. You can see already the solutions built around it. Windmills. But they don't compensate, right? You could also say, well, let's make really big plans for big problems. The EU does this with the Fit for 25 program. It's important. Legislation will really help, but it's a little bit distant. For me, it feels too distant. So I will present an alternative for you. Is to really, like the startup way, like the Next Web conference style, you just think big, but really focus on one topic and then just do it. Take small steps, build, and learn from it, adapt. And this is what we'll do with the Impact Nation program. But to make it really concrete, I promised a real-life example. Just imagine you are an entrepreneur in the home and living area. So you're selling household goods. For that reason, you have to do your purchases, you have to anticipate what the trends are in the next couple of years, and you will see consumers, they are open for sustainable products. They want to see this. Maybe you also discover that your investors, or maybe your bank, is raising questions about the sustainable footprint of your company, and you're selling like fashionable goods. You want to change each year. One of the products you have in your portfolio are candles. And I don't know about you, but candles is really like a big product, Corona times, right? Everybody is buying candles. Well, this entrepreneur has that as a cash cow in his portfolio. But is this product, its cash cow, so sustainable? Well, diving into that problem, a candle is not so sustainable. You haven't read about it that much yet, but the material is composed mainly of an oil product, paraffin. And also, when you burn a candle, the smell, the toxic could be polluted. And especially the popular scented candles, very popular product with a higher margin, so this entrepreneur is in this game, you can do wrong. You could even improve the toxic if you mix the wrong scent. Well, on the other hand, introducing another company. And this is like a pioneer company, an inventor. And this company, really, they made the circular economy work. So what they do is they collect all the orange peels, the residuals at supermarkets, and they make new products out of this. For instance, in the cosmetics area. This company is looking for new markets to enter because they could bring those orange peels in other markets as well. Well, imagine bringing those two companies together. And of course, this is one case of Impact Nation. So this is what we did. We brought the Capimex with their brand Gusta together with a pioneer like Peel Pioneers, and they invented a new sustainable candle with an orange citrus scent. And they're preparing this now to bring it on to the market. Capimex is bringing their marketing power, the story of peels. They will come to you soon. And they are now into talks with many supermarkets. Because that is also something I've learned in the circular economy. You can have very nice products which are circular, but it's very complex to sell. And especially to a retailer, they want it to be very understandable for the consumer. Well, imagine this. So I took some photos of the internet. If you could just visualize the orange peels, the waste from the orange machine, and next to it, you could promote the reused material in the scented candle and do a joint promotion on it. Supermarkets like this. It's a round story, and this will really bring a breakthrough. So this is example number 2. And this is what we do with the Impact Nation program. So we bring together companies out of our ABN AMRO network, and we match them on innovation, and we help them really on the practical side to make their business more sustainable. We do this together with partners. The Next Web is one of our partners, Impact Hub is another, and they have the connection to all these startups. They do the scouting, and together we run this program. So I've talked about making this program about problem solving, but is saving the planet the only problem? No. What we encountered, it's also a problem for entrepreneurs to really make time to work on sustainability. Time, it's always busy running the business. Mind space to really understand what the problems are, what opportunities are. And lots of entrepreneurs lack maybe the knowledge that you can do it in small steps and that there is innovation. So meet Gerdy. Gerdy Vogels is heading a family business-owned company, and she has all these problems. And we got into touch with her, and last year she participated in our company, and she will present in 2 minutes via the video what she achieved. Gerdy Vogels.
Our mission is to create better product solutions for users of audio-video equipment, and we are convinced that this can be done with respect to the planet and the people. Nowadays, the Vogels products are available in more than 70 countries, and together with 250 colleagues, we take care of the whole operations and, of course, all our customers all over the world.
I was approached by ABN AMRO to start this project. I think for us it was a benefit that we were obliged to start with sustainability, to actually think about it. Instead of wanting to do it, we needed to finish something within 100 days, together with our colleagues and with our suppliers.
The outcome for us was really surprising. I got really enthusiastic when I saw those 2 components. This is the one which we use already for a couple of decades, and this is the new one. And since it is so close to one another, I think that 100% biodegradable plastics is really within reach. It looks almost the same, touch is better, I must admit, the sound is better. Of course, we have to check it on cost, on fitment, on durability, but it is so close to what we currently do.
It's often very difficult to change a material because of their technical properties. You have shrinkage, you have different temperatures, so often you need to do expensive mold changes and a lot of trial and error to get the product right. And with this material, I think it was in minutes we had the final product ready.
The fact that it is put on the agenda and that there was a challenge and that, of course, it's not something of one department, but multiple departments are involved. And that connection and working for one aim, to become a sustainable company, that kind of creation, that's the advantage of the Impact Nation. That really made a difference to make it visible for everybody.
It was great to see smiles grow bigger. There were discussions on sustainability. People were also looking for new materials, new design methods. It really sparked a new kind of energy within the organization.
So this was the second example of an entrepreneur who really made steps into sustainability. So this is what we do. In 4 steps, we help entrepreneurs who have a challenge. We scout solutions for them, but we also, after matchmaking, we help them to really make it into a concrete pilot. So next week, a new batch, a new cohort of companies, they will present during our demo day their findings. And I've asked one of the participants to come along, and that is Lennaert Koch of HelloPrint, and he will share in 5 minutes, averagely, more or less, his story. So Lennaert, take it away, and please share your findings with HelloPrint.
Welcome everybody. Thanks Menno for a great story. So in the end it's about starting with saving the planet, and where you already see our company name HelloPrint. Well, print and saving the planet doesn't really make sense, right? Because we have a lot of printed products. You can see them on the chairs, the bags for instance. So what we do in the end is we're a platform. We're a disruptive platform to combine, on one hand, our partners. So we have 200 partners within Europe who have a challenge selling their products online. And on the other hand, we have small companies who need print for promotion, for their shops, for their stores, anything you can think of. So if you take a look at what we combine, so the partners and those customers, then on a yearly basis, you have over 500,000 individual orders which are delivered to offices, homes, wherever you want to have your product. Well, you can imagine, if you think then about your carbon footprint, that it's quite immense. And that was also for us the starting point to think about, okay, where to start? Because if it's that big, where can you start? And that's where we got the invitation from Menno to start thinking about it. And what you see then, we came to like a 2-part challenge. One, how can we make sustainability part of our network of partners? And on the other hand, how can we include that into our offering? Because on one hand, I think we have a mutual responsibility as platform to make sure that our partners become more sustainable. And on the other hand, we want to tell our customers and maybe educate them a little bit about the choices they make and how sustainable are those choices, or what is your impact on your footprint. So that was the challenge we started with, and we did it together with Louise. I don't know where she is. Yes, Louise. So, and Louise was really our mentor and our coach in this process. So it was really about, okay, we knew what we want, but then in the end, the challenge starts, right? Because one thing you don't want to do if you have that 1 hour, or in our case, 100 days, is try to do everything yourself. There are so many super good startups or scale-ups who are really specialized in a certain part of that sustainable part where you're looking for. So after a search and some interviews and some deep dives, we found our partner in crime, which is EcoCart. And EcoCart is a US-based startup founded 3 years ago, and they are specialized in calculating the impact or the impact of an order from a carbon footprint perspective. So imagine we have all our partners, and let's say you want to have your print next week here in Amsterdam, then we take a look in our network, okay, what is the best option for our customer from a speed of delivery perspective, but also of a cost perspective. Because in the end, if you now order print, that are the two main items customers take a look at. Speed of delivery and price. So then it might be possible that we send your order to Poland and bring it with a carrier here to the Netherlands. If you want to have it tomorrow, then we'll probably make it somewhere in Rotterdam and bring it to Amsterdam. So that is the way our platform works. And what we wanted to add to that perspective was the insight for a customer to not only choose on price and delivery time, but also give them the possibility to choose for the most sustainable partner or proposition or product. Well, that was where we started with. And then you see that 100 days seems very long, but is very short. So we needed to narrow our scope, and we said we need to make a first step. And the first step is really to use our partner, EcoCart, to calculate the impact of a certain order. So go back to that example of going from Poland to the Netherlands, then you know the distance, you know which carrier will bring in the package, we know our partner, we got in the specification from our partner, okay, which paper do you use, how much ink do you use, what kind of electricity do you use, and we use that to come to a calculation for a specific order to calculate, okay, what is the impact of an order. So this is currently on staging, but will be live next week. So if you want to buy our 1,000 flyers, it will cost you 120 euros. And you have, from next week onwards, the ability to make your order climate or carbon neutral as an additional option in our cart. And we do that together with EcoCart. They make the calculation. They say, okay, based on this order, going from here to there, and this product, that equals 110 kilometers in a car, which equals 96 kilograms of CO2 emission. And the good thing is then that we have the ability then to erase that carbon footprint by just clicking the button, clicking in the cart, add it to your cart, pay a little bit extra, but then you erase your own carbon footprint. So that's step one. Going live after 100 days, next week. And then afterwards, we're not gonna stop. No, we're really about heading there for the future, and we really want to make sustainability part of our customer journey. So the next step will be is to add the most sustainable choice to our customer proposition. Not next week, probably not in 2 weeks, but, well, Julian, our project lead within HelloPrint, 1 month? Easy. Well, 1 month, and then we'll have our point on the horizon available in our customer proposition. So thanks that I could share my story. We'll do the questions afterwards, and I'll now go back to Menno.
Yeah, super. Thank you, Lennaert, for your
You're welcome.
real life case. So I share three real life cases for you. So no blah blah. And just to sum it up, this is what we do with the program. We accelerate these kind of challenges. Already the past 1.5 years, we've helped 15 companies to accelerate. Company number 16 is in the audience, I just learned. So open to join for many more. Because we do this, we also learned about innovation solutions. So we found more than 200 companies who really deliver something, who were picked by our clients. We've delivered, like Lennaert just showed, a pilot. We've delivered already 12 concrete pilots where the products have been implemented. And you saw some diverse kind of challenges. We're in there for the broadness of sustainability. So challenges could be for the circular economy, could be energy, climate, but also social challenges we really love to tackle to help to solve. For instance, we're working now with the Ajax Foundation to improve their social impact through their clinics and make it more measurable. So that we will be presenting all next week during Demo Day. If you feel triggered, intrigued to join us, maybe you have a challenge in your company, maybe you know someone with a sustainability challenge, or you have a solution in hand you want to present to us, or you know somebody who's very innovative, please connect to us, join us, look us up online or after this presentation, because it's one thing we know, the only thing we can do to really deliver impact is if we do it together. Thank you very much for your attention.